Hello, welcome back to A Course in Miracles. I'm Tomas Garza, and well, we're going to talk today. I'm just going to jump right into the lesson for today, which is lesson 195. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. All right. Yes, love is the way I walk in gratitude. So this video is going to be about gratitude, but it's also about wholeness. It's about wholeness and comparative reality. Oh, yeah. Yes. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. Now, much is made in the world about gratitude. People are encouraged, and many people do have a gratitude practice, whatever that looks like. This could be having a journal, a gratitude journal, a specific journal where people write what they're thankful for, or if you have a more conventional journal where you process what's going on, you may include things that you're grateful for. You may write them, people speak them, record them. Many people have what they consider to be a gratitude practice. Therefore, much is made of this in the spiritual realm. And for good reason, because it walks hand in hand with love. It is part of love. I invite you to read the commentary for lesson 195, which will tell you that much. You already knew that, though. So in reading it again, we receive confirmation. We need it. We need it as adult learners. This is why Jesus says things over and over again. I mean, have you studied A Course in Miracles and come upon a place where you said, gosh, I already saw that. You said that yesterday, right? Well, there's a reason why you read it yesterday. And there's a reason why you're reading it today. that is simply the way this entire process unfolds. As adult learners, we need to hear things multiple times. And the 127th time that we read the exact same phrase or the same phrase with the same meaning in maybe slightly different wording, that 127th time may be the time that it clicks. Could be the time that you take action on it. And if that's the case, beautiful. Then it took all 127 occurrences. We have so much to be grateful for. I'll point you to paragraph 6 in the commentary here for lesson 195. We thank our Father for one thing alone, that we are separate from no living thing, and therefore one with him. Yeah. We thank our Father for one thing alone, that we are separate from no living thing, and therefore one with him. There is no separation, period. There is no separation of any kind. You are not separate from anyone else walking this planet. You are not separate from anything that lives. Each and every human being on this planet, and I just use the term human being as an identifier, because that's what's used on Earth. It's just a word. Recognize that you are spirit. And here in the world, human beings compare themselves to one another. We're here to tell you today that love makes no comparisons. This is something that you can read in the commentary for lesson 195. Love makes no comparisons. Human beings engage in all kinds of comparative reality. You engage in comparative reality all the time. You look at people on social media, on television, on the internet that appear to have it all together, entrepreneurs that appear to have it all together, business people that appear to have it all together, wealthy people that appear to have every single thing in the world that they could ever desire. What would they possibly want, right? And what happens is, however, these people came by their multi-million-dollar homes, however they came by their yachts, however they came by their hot, sexy partners that look good on Instagram, really good on Instagram, being a visual platform, right? However they came about that, you're looking at the pictures of them and comparing yourself. How do we do this? We look, and everyone does this. Human beings see themselves as superior to someone because they look dumb, for example, or they probably rented that Lamborghini for the Instagram shoot. They don't actually own it, which may or may not be true. You could see yourself, and you often have seen yourself as superior to the person you're looking at and comparing yourself to, as though you were two separate beings. That, or you feel inferior, a sense of lack, a profound sense of lack for not being enough, for not doing enough, for not being aggressive enough economically in order to procure said Lamborghini with the multi-million-dollar house and the yacht. You feel guilty and fearful for not going to the gym often enough to create that ripped physique that you imagine attracts every human being in the world. It's a comparative reality. And we know from multiple personal growth seminars that abound on this planet, they abound on this planet, multiple messages that we get that it's dangerous, it's harmful to live in comparative reality, and it is. Understand that it is completely unnecessary for you to live in comparative reality because love makes no comparisons at all. Love is whole, love is unitary. It makes absolutely no comparisons. It cannot make comparisons. Gratitude is part of love. Give thanks truly that there is no separation of any kind, that you are one with God, because you are. And deep in your heart of hearts, you know this, or you would not be watching this message. You would not be listening to this message. You would not even be receptive to this message, nor would you ever go out of your way with all of the content available on this platform to watch this message. You would not seek it, yet here you are. Love is the way we walk in gratitude. Now, let us give thanks for life itself. Let us give thanks that there is absolutely no such thing as separation. These are truly, truly loving thoughts, and this lesson 195 presents a truly loving practice. So how about that, right? Comparative reality. Yeah, when we are told in multiple ways that is damaging. It is not fun to compare yourself to someone who looks super hot on Instagram with the Lamborghini. And it doesn't make any difference if they actually own that nice, sexy Lamborghini or whether they rented the Lamborghini. Who cares, right? It doesn't really truly matter. If you're comparing yourself to them, then you're enforcing the separation. The ego thrives on this. It's this sense that, oh, I'm different. I'm different than they are. And we can either see ourselves, as we just heard, that we can either see ourselves as superior or inferior. And often people oscillate between the two. They really do. They yo-yo back and forth, feeling extraordinarily superior on the one hand, and then less than a minute later, like the scum of the earth, feeling better than Mr. Lamborghini, and then inferior because you don't have that money. Maybe you don't have the money to even rent the Lamborghini, even if you wanted to. So we indulge in this comparative reality, but the message here in lesson 195 from the Holy Spirit is very, very clear. Love makes no comparisons. It cannot. So I invite you to make no comparisons. And this is a different context to put the statement that comparative reality is damaging. Well, it is. It blocks, it is a block to the awareness of love's presence. By definition, comparison is a block to the awareness of love's presence because there have to be two supposedly separate things in order to have a comparison in the first place. So catch yourself, right? I invite you to catch yourself today. Anytime you're indulging in comparative reality, to catch yourself and pay attention to the message of the Holy Spirit here. Pay attention to what Jesus says here in lesson 195, that love makes no comparisons, and let us truly give thanks that there is no separation at all, and that we're all one with God. So however you give thanks, whether you have a defined gratitude practice or not, if you want to start one, you can start one, but start with this idea today. Love is the way that each and every one of us walks in gratitude. Gratitude, as we see, is an integral part of love's expression. All right. Thank you for joining me today. We'll see you again on the next video.